She is visually like the perfect Cinderella. Good, you have to have the umbrella floating in. That's very important. Hi guys, it's Anna. Welcome back to Dance Curious. Okay, it's not actually Anna, it's still Alexi, but tonight is Disney night. And so I decided in honor of the occasion to dress up in my Anna costume, which you can't really see super well with me sitting, but I'm doing it, dang it. My sister and I have this like set of costumes. My sister's blonde, and so she's Elsa and I'm Anna, and when we're in the same state, that's super fun to dress up as. I'll stick in a picture so you can see the costume in its actual entirety. But anyway, Disney night, super excited about it. From the sound of people's comments, or sort of like the level of enthusiasm I've been seeing just like online, I have a feeling that this is going to be a good one. Okay, first off tonight with Sailor doing a Cinderella-inspired Viennese Waltz. As you all have heard multiple times, I really like Viennese Waltz. And what you don't know is that Cinderella was always my favorite movie growing up. So this one, I'm clearly predisposed to like it. Ooh, her dress is very glittery. I like it. Yeah, they're definitely playing off the live action one, which is nice. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They're doing sort of the slower timing at this point. They're going 1, 3, 1, 3. Lovely. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. That was nice. I really liked that that arm styling. And she seems a little more steady on her feet this week. It's still not quite where I want it to be, but good frame. Mm-hmm. Lovely shape. That's nice. Mm-hmm. Was it pretty good, like arm styling? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I like that ending ending dip. Beautiful. Yeah, so that was super fun, very pretty. And I kind of noticed things from the choreography that she already kind of did in other performances, like the thing where she's like running around him at the beginning. Kind of reminded me, I think she did that exact same thing in like the Mamma Mia performance. All of that having been said, I think her lines are getting better. Her arms feel more connected to her center. It's still not quite complete, like when she's, you know, doing her arms up above. I can't move too much because I don't want to jostle the mic and I have this cloak on. But it's getting smoother, it's getting better. Again, her feet are getting more connected with the floor, although she still feels a little like unstable / wobbly to me at a few points. But on the whole, very graceful, very pretty, enjoyed it. And also, of course, Viennese Waltz is quite fast once you get going. What I was sort of saying with the timing is with Viennese Waltz, you don't necessarily have to dance depending on what you're doing on every single beat, right? If you step on the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, it is very fast. And that's going to give you that very like more challenging timing. You can also go like 1, 3, 1, 3 and kind of hold the spaces in between. There's some other timings you can do too, but those are two of the main ones that you'll see, especially in these performances. So it's especially helpful when you're doing choreography with Viennese Waltz because it starts, oftentimes the feeling of it starts pretty slow and then it swells and you want to have some sort of differentiation. You don't want to start out going full tilt on the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, unless you're dancing a song that feels like that from the get-go. Yeah, so that's what I was saying with that. Again, very like solid performance. I would have liked, I guess, to have seen a little bit more. Also, just as a side note, she is visually like the perfect Cinderella. So the little girl in me like really enjoyed that. Yeah, and I don't mean to like be like critical. I feel like whenever the first performance I watch, I'm always more like critical because I'm kind of going into that headspace. So maybe we'll see when I watch it again, when I'm editing, maybe I'll have a little bit more of an excited reaction to it. Again, it was solid. I just was hoping, I guess, to see more of a jump from the prior week is all. But I don't mean to be critical because she did an amazing job and it was very beautiful. Now that I think about it, actually, I think that was by far her most consistent performance. Like yes, I was kind of hoping to see, in some respects, just like a little bit more. But come to think of it, like in all her previous performance, it was like mostly good, and then there were like distinctly kind of bumpy moments. And this one was pretty much solid the whole way through. So I feel like I have to revise what I said a little bit, thinking about that. Like, not that I'm disagreeing with myself, but I guess that itself is an improvement. Also, I do feel that this was her best like acting performance. There were definitely, like, she started out super strong with it, and then there were some moments later where I felt like she kind of fell out of it just a little bit. But I think most of the time that was really like solid as an acting performance as well, which come to think of it, that is a notable improvement from last week. Okay, scores, here we go. 8 from Carrie-Anne. I'm anticipating 8s all around. 8 from Len. 8, good, go Sailor. Okay, Karamo with a Lion King inspired Samba.
His partner Jenna, it's Kurama.
Beautiful visuals. I like the costuming too. Here we go. See it. Not bad, yeah. Okay. He's turning in his toes a little. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He doesn't really understand the hip action. He's also clearly having an amazing time, which makes me super happy. That's fun. Yeah, he looks good doing that. Mm-hmm. That's fun. Does he do any acting? Because he'd be really good at it. As in, like, actually acting. I know he has his show. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, that was fun. I guess what I would say about that is, first of all, he looked like he was having an absolute blast, so it was very fun to watch. A lot of the sort of like funky, cool styling, actually that was really fun. I didn't feel like there was much samba to that, and his samba walks were not very correct. Again, samba is very difficult if you haven't ever danced before much, or like haven't done anything like it. So I'm not criticizing him, but there wasn't much hip action I saw like of any kind of happening, and I didn't feel like there was much accentuation of the timing, right? So our samba, you've got that dun ta tan, tan ta tan, and of course you can play with other timings in there, which is perfectly fine and makes it more interesting. But you do want to kind of not feel like you're going like dun 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 dun. You kind of want the hold, quick kick, hold, quick kick, to sort of give it that more punctuated feel. He's very naturally expressive, and it made it very fun to watch, even though I personally didn't think it was the best performance of his. Though again, it's a more challenging dance. Another thing was that he was a little like, his posture wasn't the greatest on this one. But other things that I really did like about the performance is kind of in the parts where they broke apart and they weren't doing the samba. he has like this wonderful kind of abandon when he dances. If you don't know what I mean by that, I mean, he really lets go into it. And that makes him really fun to watch. And that's something that where, as he grows as a dancer, whether it's on Dancing with the Stars or somewhere else, that's going to serve him very well because, you know, it's one thing to be a technical dancer, but it's another thing to be an expressive dancer. And he has the expression in spades. All he needs is the more technical aspect to come in. Okay, scores for Karamo. 7. 7. Okay. 7. Okay. All right. They weren't that harsh with it. Okay, so Kate's going to be doing a jazz routine to a Mary Poppins song. I'm not a jazz dancer, so I'm not going to be able to respond to this in quite the same way as I have the other ones, but I am very excited to see it, in part because Mary Poppins is one of my favorites. In fact, so far we've been hitting many of my top favorites. Cinderella, Lion King, and Mary Poppins were definitely in my top 5 Disney movies of all time. So we're off to a very good start. Let's see it. I'm just gonna respond to it a little bit more as a viewer, but I'll point out anything that I see that's sort of constant across dances. Okay, here we go.
Dancing Jazz with her partner.
Good, you have to have the umbrella floating in. That's very important. I like her as Mary Poppins already. Very cute. She's very doing a great job acting it. I wanted to see their feet there, but they took it away. I think this is more in her comfort zone than some of the other stuff she's been doing. Not that she hasn't been doing great, because she has been. Little Charleston moment there. That's fun. And left. Hey, maybe after this she'll go be on Broadway. I don't know if she can... Well, she did sing a little in the first one, but she's not like a singer, right? Cute. She's really doing a great job of selling it. Yes. Ah, that was very cute. That's very cute. Pretty simple, but a lot of fun. And she's just also super charming, so. I like the fact that they pulled in some of the other dances, like a little bit of quick step, a little bit of Charleston, so that it wasn't just like completely unstructured. So that felt like a nice nod to the competition. I actually had no idea that they did jazz performances, which is an interesting, like, opens another avenue of creative expression. So yeah, very cool. Kate had a lot of nice things to say about Pasha as well, which I think is deserved. I haven't been watching the other seasons, so, but he's new, right? And he's one of my favorite of the pros to watch. 8 from Carrie Ann. 8 from Len. And look how big Len is smiling. Bruno, 8. All right, guys, that's it for part 1 of this week's Disney-themed Dancing with the Stars first 3 performances. What did you think was the best of the 3 performances? You agree with the judges? Thank you so much. It's been so fun reading all of your comments, and I see the likes. Also, guess what? Officially, right? 100 plus subscribers, right? 102 the last time I looked at it. So that is super satisfying, and thank you guys so much. Let's try for 200, shall we? If you want to follow me on Instagram, I have the link down below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.